get a bang for their buck, man. So it's kind of hard when you're upselling your liquor and your food.
Oh man, so I am entertainment. So if I'm gonna be entertainment, I'm bringing it to him. If the man don't see the vision, it ain't gonna work.
Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome to another episode of Let Me Shoot My Shot. Today, I'm your host, Griff, and we got a good show lined up for y'all today. I got two special guests that are in the studio with me today. I'd like to introduce y'all to Deebo and JB. These two gentlemen that are here in the studio today, they are two of Atlanta's finest barbers. That is basically in the business. So we basically going to get right into it with them, and we're going to chop it up and find out what it's like with them shooting their shot. Yo, what's going on? Deebo, JB, what's up? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, all right. It's a long time coming, because it's hard to get these brothers to do anything on the show. Because they stay so busy. And everything.
Money,
so,
right, man.
Deebo, tell the people a little bit about yourself, man, and then we'll let JB introduce himself, so that way the people know who they're dealing with.
Yeah. My name's Deebo. But, my name is Derek. Grew up in South Georgia. Southeast Georgia, that is, way down at the bottom. Way down. But, definitely represent Georgia all day. Live, reside, get my money. I love the people. I love the black people. I love the black business. We go hard. We go strong for these people. You know what I'm saying? Griff, great friend. JB.
Appreciate it.
I'll let you take that from there, man.
What's up, everybody? I'm JB. Grew up in West Palm Beach, Florida. I went to school at West Virginia. Formerly a professional athlete.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I played quarterback, and also I coached a few high schools. So,
right,
athlete, coach turned barber.
All right, that's what's up. So, since you say you're an athlete, you know what I'm saying? How did you shoot your shot in athletics? Like, you know what I'm saying? Going from being an athlete to a barber, like that kind of transition in life. How did that transpire, and how did it feel to have to come from one element to another and adjust to that element?
Well, I grew up around barbers. My brother, he cut hair. My cousin, he's a great barber. Rest in peace, Lindsay. A lot of friends, hanging out in the barbershop. I kind of gravitated towards, being an entrepreneur and, all the different, just the culture, what it brings and how it make people feel, and, people need it. It's essential. So, it was a great way to get money, and, especially, scheduling your own time, and, being in people's lives, you definitely, how can I say, important when it comes to, speaking with your clients, getting to know your clients, what you mean to your clients, and, you watch them grow, especially the young guys and girls. We got female barbers, clients as well. it's been a good experience so far. Actually, a great experience, and I'm glad I got into it. Um, shoot, every cut, every cut I get, and I ace it, man. It feel like like I'm throwing a touchdown. It's the same feeling.
True. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
I can relate to a little bit of that. I can relate to that. I grew up under my grandfather. My grandfather was a barber, so I was a kid that ran around the barber shop, sweeping hair. I watched it. He didn't never teach me. I just watched it. I watched him do it. Because I was a kid that he was like, "Yeah, come get your haircut." And he had 4 or 5 people still in there, and I'm like, "Dang, I'm gonna go play." But I could go play because I had to sit down. He was like, "Yeah, you sit here because this money is more important. You sit right there." So I sat there and I watched him cut hair. Next thing you know, 14 years old, I'm shaving a grown man.
Mm.
You know, one thing he told me was I'd never be broke. And that's real. I've never been broke. Ever since then, money coming, it flows in. I love it.
Yeah, for sure.
It's my craft. I want to say Urban Blaze. You know what I'm saying? That's the barbershop.
Urban Blaze, baby.
You know what I'm saying? Instagram, everything's there. Y'all holler at us. This is the place to be, Urban Blaze.
All right, okay. Urban Blaze located in
3600 Salem Road.
okay, there we go. 3600 Salem
My
Road,
bad.
y'all. 3600 Salem Road,
We're gonna get you
Covington,
right.
Covington, Georgia. Come and check out Deebo and JB.
Yeah.
But I've been knowing these two guys 15 close to 15 years?
You've been on me for a minute.
Something like that.
Oh, you know Deebo a little longer than me.
Yeah, a little longer than JB.
maybe a little longer. Maybe a little longer.
Me for about 4 or 5
But
years.
Still baby boy.
I will say that in my time of knowing them, for y'all who don't know, this is my barber. So, when y'all be seeing that fresh cut when I'm on the show or I'm out, with my camera taking pics, this be the man that be
Right.
that be getting me right. So, but with that being said, how many people have y'all come across, or those that ideas, or because everything that we do is a shot.
Mm.
Everything. It doesn't matter what it is. You shoot your shot in becoming the best at everything you do. Now, one thing I'm gonna say about JB over here is JB is he left out one little thing. And JB used to do videography.
Yeah.
And a splash of photography.
Just a little bit.
I see.
I can never get him to come and work with me. Which I don't know. I feel some kind of way. I feel some type of way. But I can never get him to come and work with me. He used to always say, "Come on, JB, man, let's do a shoot." And he used to blow me off, but I guess he didn't want to shoot a shot.
Nah, it ain't like
He didn't
that.
want to shoot a shot.
It ain't like that.
He didn't want to shoot a shot with me.
Nah.
He didn't.
No, we gonna link up, man. I just
That's why we here now.
right. We here.
All right.
We're
So
rocking.
another thing that I know that you guys did is y'all did promotions.
Mm.
For was it something special that's
Yeah.
also out here in the Conyers area?
Yeah.
Um,
We promote around in the area for clubs or bars and stuff that needs help to get business.
Right.
One thing about getting business is if you're gonna listen to someone and you want them to show you something that's what's out there and what's new, then you have to listen to it. If you don't, you'll still be falling behind the people that don't want to pay you. So I'm just saying that just to be real about these janky promoters.
Because I mean, let the truth be told, he a player from the Himalayas.
Here we go.
But nah. All jokes aside, like shooting your shot when y'all was doing the promotion
Yeah.
for bars, tapas bars, nightclubs and stuff like that. How was that venture? What obstacles did you see that you needed to get over in order for it to be successful, or obstacles that you felt hindered you from being successful?
Well, for me personally, it was about who was in the person's ear. Because if he has somebody in his ear telling him something different, it's hard for me to tell him what he needs. If he's not listening to what I'm trying to display to him, then he's going to listen to this guy, that guy, because he hired him and because he paid him. He ain't hired me. He hired me. He brought me in to do a job. I paid myself. So that, by that being said, he was always in somebody was always in his ear trying to give me other advice or other ideas. So that's my opinion.
What was your experience, JB?
Just different themes. What should be the theme of what time of the year. Like the '90s party. The '90s party was cool, and you know, just what people want and what people like. What draws them in, and that's pretty much most of the experience for me.
So you just having fun.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I was straight business. I'm a numbers man. I'm a numbers man. I'm trying to find out these numbers.
Yeah.
Trying to bring him numbers. And
Sure.
and the thing about it is, with me, I was always I'm a giver. So I'm like, okay, whatever you want, how you want to bring it, how you want to do it. If you're gonna let me do something, then let me do it.
Right.
Let me bring it. I come up with things. I only had it. It was only one day out of the month. Every first Friday, wasn't it?
Right. It was just
Every first Friday.
Yeah, every first Friday.
And it's like he was interfering with that, and I was trying to tell him. So if he would have followed suit on what I was doing, so I was charging for the tables, just like the nightclub up the street. Those same people that doesn't want to pay $10 to get in his club will go down the street and pay $20, $30 to get into the same spot and still have to pay to sit down. If he would have followed suit on every Friday, just just one day out the week, say, yo, we charge on this day. This is the day we charge. And if he would have just followed suit, he probably would have been there. Because I was just at a restaurant with my old lady and two great waitresses. Matter of fact, you know what I'm talking about. The waitress, the one that used to help us out, tall, skinny woman.
Yeah.
Right, her and the other little girl, she was there too. And she said to me, she was like, hey, yeah, they ain't gonna make it because we had to leave. They wasn't giving us enough money. It wasn't worth it.
You gotta make it affordable to the people, man. Make them want to come back. They want to get a bang for their buck, man. So it's kind of hard when you're upselling your liquor and your food.
Oh man.
So would you say doing that, the promotion was one of the hardest ventures that you had to do?
I could say that my ideas and things that we brought to it was great. I love the experience. I love the experience that I did have a chance to bring out something that I know I can do. Like the people that I brought to the place, they never complain about paying the money to sit down or whatever. Because they wanted to sit down. They wanted to sit down and hear music.
Right.
And good music. You know what I'm saying? I paid for the DJ. I did my own thing. Not to my horn, whatever, but the thing about it is I'm bringing entertainment. I am entertainment. So if I'm gonna be entertainment, I'm bringing it to him. If the man don't see the vision, it ain't gonna work.
Well, sometimes it's hard to let other people see your vision because they too have a vision themselves. So
right, exactly.
I think even in doing something such as that, a lot of times I sit down, like even as a photographer, I sit down and I talk to my clients because I need to know their vision. And so that way, when whether it be pictures or videos, I could portray that vision that we discussed.
Right.
But when you have somebody that you got a vision because they didn't tell you nothing, you got a vision, they got a vision, somebody's vision gonna fall because both of them can't come to light if the two people not on the same page.
Yeah, they gotta coexist.
Exactly. And that's one of the things I think, I guess, being promoters that you always have to worry about. You have to worry about, okay, the establishment that you're doing the promoting for, you have to understand if they bring you that vision.
Right.
But if they don't bring you that vision, then it's up to y'all as promoters to create the vision, and hopefully they understand y'all.
Yeah.
You know,
but this was hot. This was going around. JB, you know, my experience was great. I'm not understood.
Yeah, it was a great
It
experience.
was a great time. You came through with your little vision, your little stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Wait. Why my stuff got to be little? How my stuff get to be little?
Well, I mean, if you want to kick it, you know.
I'm the biggest man.
You're the guy. You're the guy.
You got a great role.
Whatever I do, and if it's something that can help my brother, I will invite him. He can come. It's there.
That's what's up.
He's my brother. This is my brother here.
My brother. Yeah.
Another mother. Yeah. But other than that, man, I had a great experience with that, man. I just wish it, I wish I had my own.
You can have your own. You got to shoot your shot to get your own.
My shot right now. $150,000. Let me get it. Let go.
JB, I got a question because I know I talked to you one time before. You was talking about doing was it some sort of sports camp or training?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is that still something you want to shoot your shot in? And
absolutely.
You know, have you looked at resources, or what's the
well, where I'm at with that this summer was kind of it was kind of tough for me because I was battling something myself health wise.
Okay.
So I wasn't able to get out and network, connect the dots with facility and those things. But the program, that's in place. That's not going anywhere. As long as I'm here, and I'm alive, the program is there.
True.
So, what I bring is, the experience, every level that I've been, training with, guys down in Florida with the combine and, all the knowledge that I got from the guys.
Let me stop you. Let me stop you real quick. For those who don't know, which he said it, and the man is super humble. I appreciate your humbleness, but correct me if I'm wrong. You was in the league.
Yeah, I played. I had a few years in the league.
All right. See, so a humble person is such who's had this experience, and he's ready to give an opportunity to those who don't know. And there are many workout camps out there throughout a bunch of these high schools that coaches do and other kids do for strength and endurance and agility, route running and et cetera, laying out your plan to do something, later on down the line.
Right.
How do you see that program impacting, the people that you interact as far as, you wanting to get it off?
I think that, well, the vision that I see is it'll, shape younger athletes, character-wise, and definitely introduce them to, the game, introduce them to levels that prior to them getting there, so they'll be ready for the next level. As far as the mental aspect and the physical aspect, all the drills, that prepared me, going into transition into the pro, you'll get there early. So that's why I come in.
Okay. So what you think you would need to get that? If is there a timeline on your on this vision of shooting your shot for athletic training of,
Yes, I think I feel like I'm overdue. I feel like the time is now. Definitely, as my health improved, I'm looking forward to get, connect those dots again. Looking for facilities and, definitely get more equipment. And then
not none of this equipment.
Oh yeah, I need that too. Yeah. Definitely building it, man, so they can come. If I build it, they'll come.
All right. So Deebo.
My guy.
Derek.
My guy.
What future ventures that you have planned or that you foresee you wanting to get off the ground? Because when you shoot your shot, there's always a first step to everything. First steps. You can check out my first step video on the podcast. I'll put the link up on the description of this video. But first steps are critical to
I didn't
making.
understand that.
Wow,
They be listening.
I see. Got to watch the government be listening. They be listening.
I cut it off. Still come through.
First steps are critical. So, what other endeavors that you, outside of being one of Atlanta's best barbers at Urban Blaze, we need to give a shout out to Urban Blaze, y'all.
Yeah.
Urban Blaze is that's where it's at. Okay. But other than that,
man wigs, man units, whatever. Got it. I do it. Check my Instagram out, DSGB76. Check it out. I got it all on there.
We're gonna get to that part. We're gonna get to that part.
You know what I'm saying? This is what I do. This is my livelihood. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing this for years, 30-something years. So hey, I'm going in. This is my shot. But
so, what other business ventures would you like to see yourself?
I've tried the trucking business, and it was great. Plenty of money.
Go ahead. I'm not. Go ahead and let you. I'm gonna let you finish.
But I mean, far as it goes, I know it's so. What I'm saying now, for my future now, I'm up at age, so I'm looking at be like definitely an owner again, definitely an owner, and love to own Urban Blaze. That's definitely something for me. But it's time for me to teach more because I love it. I have a passion for it, so I have no tolerance for the spray and glow guys. Oh, just forgive me, guys. Forgive me. I'm sorry. I don't even want to get into that, but I come from old school. I'm an old school barber. You know what I'm saying? We shaving. We hot toweling. We doing it.
Razor blade.
Razor blade. We giving it to you, man. We giving all the good stuff.
You don't shave me with no razor blade no more. I'm a little pissed off.
I love him, though. I love him. I'm gonna keep saying I love him. It's gonna help the day go by.
But I did want to, because you said you use a word that for me, and I'm talking about for me, the word try. And I look at trying as a form of failure because you don't give your all. Open that up. I'm gonna try.
Right.
Why you gonna try? Let's go for it.
Right.
So I look, and that's just me. That's just for me. I'm saying this personally, for me, because I don't like to use the word try. I give you a good attempt.
I will.
I give you a very strong attempt.
Do it.
I give you a good, let me see what I can do. But I don't like trying.
That's right.
That's just me.
Poor trustful word.
Well, I wouldn't say poor choice. Well, I mean, you could.
Nah, it is. Nah, that is. You stop sugarcoating it. You didn't sugarcoat it. Why you gonna sugarcoat it now?
Nah, you right. True it. You right. You right. You right.
That's real talk.
You know,
This is something that we'll do. My
exactly.
future's bright, so I really do want to teach it. You know what I'm saying? So I love to be an instructor. You know, it's which is not as far reach. That's not a far reach. You know, I'm a barber stylist. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm still teaching.
Absolutely.
This is heat. Right. You know, and I love it. I love everything about it. You know, anything you want to know, I'll teach it. I'll teach your son. I'll teach your daughter. It's simple, 3 steps, and you'll be done. You make money for the rest of your life.
All right, so I'm gonna pitch y'all against each other. Who got the best clippers? I need to know this.
You mean Babyliss or something like that? You mean a model or something?
JB down there like, I ain't gotta say nothing. I already know I got the best clippers.
I really
I got the best clippers.
He can't say who's the best barber. You can't say that. When the kids see me, they say OG.
Right. OG Bobby Johnson?
I don't know nobody.
OG. Oh, you don't know nobody by that name?
I don't know. Not Bobby Johnson.
I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, each barber is the best barber within their own self.
Absolutely.
If you believe it,
you can achieve
it. That is the biggest. I ain't never seen what.
Man, we don't down none of our barbers. All our barbers.
That's it right there.
Our barbers have high standards, and we keep them up.
Okay.
When a person comes through our barbershop and they say, what they be saying, JB? Who's the best cutter in here? And we say, well, all of us.
Right.
Even me, and I don't cut here.
Who you want? Choose who you want. You know. Someone might sit down and look around, you know what I'm saying, for a minute, see somebody cut some hair. You know, they might actually see your Instagram or something like that. You know, me personally, I don't want to talk to none of those kind of people because they're problems.
Okay. Let me ask you this. This is a question for both of y'all. Since y'all time at Urban Blaze, what has been your biggest accomplishment, and have you seen any growth from the time that you got to Urban Blaze to now? See, I'm gonna ask a tough question.
Well,
that's easy for me. Go ahead. From my time, I got here from Florida.
Dade County?
Oh, Palm Beach County. Palm Beach, baby.
Palm Beach County. Okay, hey, Palm Beach in the building.
So I got here, man. I was around, experience, especially the owner operator now. He's Jermaine, Deebo, and a few other cats. I'm just, I'm glad I was there and I was consistent. And growing, from the time I got here to now, and I'm in the same shop, you know what I'm saying? So that says a lot. Just growing every day. Every day I was looking for something, to get better at, just like I did on the football field or I was on the basketball court or in practice or whatever it was. I brought that same approach to my, to barbering. The game, it's changed. But, Deebo always said some things, that traditional stuff is always going to be the same. So you always got to have the basics down. And, just keep learning, around the, from the experienced guys because, the education is endless when it comes to this game. That's pretty much it for me, and I'm still learning. And I still plan on learning a lot more too, as the time goes on.
All right, I hear you. All right. Mm-hmm. As they say on Family Feud, good answer.
Right.
All right, Deebo. Same question.
What was the question?
Really? See, this is the type of stuff.
Bro.
All right. What has been your biggest advancement since going to Urban Blaze? And have you seen any growth within yourself from the time that you started at Urban Blaze to now?
Oh man, I got testimony.
All right, well, testify, my brother.
I first got there. I was on the bottom toilet pole. It was 10 chairs in that shop. It was one open chair. I went to that shop and I was like, yo, man, I need this job. He was like, come back. I was like, nah, I ain't going for that. I came back with my clippers. I walked in that shop and I was like, yo, he was like, all right, man, what's your name? Blah, blah, blah. You pretty much consistent. So, I got in that chair. And to be to say that I'm still in the same chair right now, 10, 12 years later.
I can attest to that.
Yeah, I'm still in the same chair.
I can attest to that for JB as well.
Yeah,
same chairs
for sure.
So I had an accident when I first got here. I had an accident. My aorta tore, and life fought me, everything, man. Jermaine, which is the owner, came to see me. I didn't know none of them guys like that. And he came to see me. He was a cool dude from South Carolina. He was like, man, you know what? You're a good dude, man. He said, you just need some prayer, and that's how it happened. That's how our friendship came. And I saw guys that was in the shop, man, they wasn't going nowhere. And they didn't go anywhere. And I just shot by them like firecracker because, I was a good cut. I can cut. I can cut the hair. I've been cutting hair a long time. I knew what to do. I knew how to treat the people. I know how to treat the kids. I'm always giving back, and there's always something for me. I got 200 clients and I might see every last one of them in a whole year. You do the math, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, growing in the shop is very, 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 very wonderful. What I've learned really was knowledge, the knowledge to get my credit right, do my taxes, stuff that guys doesn't do. They think they can come in and get the bag and go on, spin it, come back, get the bag again. But, there's a day when you want to, they call a rainy day or whatever. Like now I probably can chill for a year and pay all my bills, and come back to it. You know what I'm saying? That's that part. That's what I learned. That's the part that I learned about this business. You have to take that and have to use it, because if you don't use it, you're just wasting your time, because there's no retirement in barbering. And the only thing it is, you got to put in. If you don't put in, you're not going to get anything. If you fall sick, man, you're not going to get no money. I had to get back in that shop. Broke foot, hope, blood clot, everything. I had to get back in that shop because these bills don't stop. The people that love you needs it. I have children. That's how that go.
Right.
But definitely I came up. Barbershop has always been great to me.
All right. Well, that's some. I know you guys. We getting ready to approach. Back to school. Back to school.
Took the words right out of his mouth.
Back to school.
I know this game, man.
Do you guys have anything planned up and coming for back to school?
Yeah, we always do. We JB itself, we'll hand out book bags and stuff like that. First of all, we'll have a customer appreciation. I don't know too many barbershops do that. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Ain't too many of them do that. But we doing a customer appreciation. It's going to be at 3600 Salem Road, July the 27th. And if you got any supplies, bring it with you. We'll put the supplies in the book bags we have. We have about 200 book bags. So if y'all come out, and support us, that'd be great, man. like I said, 3600 Salem Road. That's what it's gonna be, you know. And pull up your cars. We do car show. We need tents. We do pop ups. $50 a tent. You know, come bring your business. You know, that's what we do. We out here, JB.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? We outside. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do.
Yeah,
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. It's always a pleasure to to meet and talk with entrepreneurs, small business owners, independent entrepreneurs, doing big things in the community, and helping folks out, which is a great thing. Let the people know where they can find you at. We do know they can find you at 3600 Salem Road, Urban Blaze Barbershop and Salon. So you can find them boys there Tuesday through Sunday. You can find them there. So, give the people your Instagram, your Facebook, that way they can reach out and touch y'all.
DSGB 76, you know what I'm saying? DSGB 76. Holla at your boy. That's down south Georgia boy, you know what I'm talking about?
On Instagram, correct?
Instagram, baby.
All right, say less, baby, JB.
You can follow me on Instagram, Created Players with an S, and also Created Player JB. I forgot to tell y'all about the brand, but it's coming soon.
What brand is that?
Created Player.
All right, Created Player.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the sports, right?
Sports.
Okay,
apparel,
that's the sports.
lifestyle.
Real lifestyle sports.
Makes
Okay.
sense.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate y'all tuning. Wait. Hold on.
Before you close the show, man. Hold on. Are you gonna talk about what's next? Because I'm coming back. We gotta talk about some real stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. Hold on. Because he said he coming back, y'all. He said he coming back, y'all. Which I don't mind having repeated guests. I've had some here on this show several times. So let's go ahead and air this out now, so that way there ain't no mistakes about what's gonna be said and what's gonna be going down when y'all come back, or when you come back, whether it's by yourself or whether it's JB by himself, it don't matter. So I mean,
We coming back.
Oh, y'all coming back because
we got some stuff we want to talk about.
We got plenty left in the tank.
well, they gotta. I gotta give the people something to ride on, and then when they need to stop, then y'all can. That's when y'all come in, fill up the tank, so that way they can continue to ride.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We it's always plenty to talk about on this podcast.
All right.
Because, like I explained it to people, I shoot straight from the hip. So you want to come on this show? Ain't no script.
We ain't got no drink. Come.
Off the dome.
There's no script when you come on this show. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to get to find out about you. So that way when you come on, I'm going to ask the questions that I feel I need to ask. Ain't no script. So you can't prepare to come on this show.
That's right.
You won't ever be prepared to come on this show. Just be prepared to respond to my questions. And then guess what? It's going to lead to a whole nother world that you weren't ready for.
That's right.
And that's the way I shoot my shot with each and every guest that come on my show.
Right. Shooting from the logo.
Straight from the hip.
I shoot them straight from the hip, straight from the logo. Hey, man, if that's what it is, if I got to shoot them from the logo, then that's what it is, baby. Because guess what? I am a one-man band. Okay? And I'm going to let y'all know right now, I'm working the mixer board. I got the video switcher. I'm mics, muting, whatever, hey. But that's how I shot my shot. And I've always tried to explain to people when I started, I had podcast equipment for a year.
Yeah.
And it sat right here. It sat right here. It wasn't as complex, but it was simple. I had mics and it sat right here.
Right.
And then I ain't do nothing. I disconnected it all.
So you wasn't shooting?
Well, at that time, I didn't even have a name for the podcast. I didn't even have a name for the podcast. But what ended up happening, and the equipment that I had, I gave to my son.
Right. Okay. It's your legacy.
And Truin,
yeah,
a neighbor of mine that lives further up from me. I went to his house. I helped him out with something. And I saw a mixer board, a podcast mixer board. And if you know anything about me, I'm a gadget man.
Yeah.
And
gadget grip.
And I saw it and I said, oh, I got to get it.
Yeah.
Right.
And then I restarted it. Now, mind you, that same equipment sat and didn't sit for long because I was playing and I was, sounding like a radio host.
I remember you talking to me about it in the chair.
And one day I was on the phone with a videographer, friend of mine. Check him out. He does great work. Go Lightly. My bad. Cindyville videos on Instagram. I'm always bigging people up. But I had my phone connected to my mixer and we had a conversation. And that was my first podcast with me talking to him on the phone.
Okay.
And from there, I put it out there and I said, there ain't no need to wait. And that's how I shot my shot. So I tell that to any and everybody. You hear people on Instagram always say, put that content out there. Post that content.
Yeah.
And if you don't do it, you never know where it could go. The only shot that's missed is the one that's never taken. That's never taken.
Right.
And that right there, I hang my hat on that all the time. Now, I run stagnant, but when I get momentum, I be moving. And this is my first show in a while. I have other shows lined up, but this is my first show in a while. And I'm glad y'all came through. I'm glad y'all helped me continue to shoot my shot.
Right.
Yeah.
Because y'all shoot y'all shot every day, every time somebody get in the chair.
Kobe.
Kobe. Yeah,
every time somebody get in the chair, y'all shoot y'all shot.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. And that is because it's a new client. It's not like photography. It's not like videography where we got to wait for that client. Right. That client's already waiting on you. You understand what I'm saying? So you don't have time to sit back and be like, oh, what am I going to do? Nah.
Right.
Somebody, who's next?
Gotta stay ready.
And when they sit in that chair, guess what you gotta do? Whether it's curly hair, straight hair, nappy hair, short hair, long hair. Y'all gotta shoot y'all shot at that head.
See it all. Yeah. You do.
And I always look at it like this: as barbers, you gotta be snipers. With them clippers. You gotta be a sniper with the clippers.
You're right. Precise.
Because you gotta actually take their damn head off and give them a new one.
Yeah, you gotta please that woman over there that bringing that little boy in. She want him to look like the daddy. And the boy 1 year old. How you do that?
Like a good little grown man. Man.
My guy grill, man. I appreciate this, man.
Nah, like I said, y'all, look, we done came to some different, I done got some different music going on here. But, like I said, as y'all can see, even on this screen, man, you can't see the video switcher. But you see everything else, man, just behind the scenes. I'm transparent. But I appreciate both of y'all coming on to the show. It's a long time coming, though. They took forever, y'all.
We told you we were going to pull up, though.
They did say they were going to pull up. They didn't say how they were going to pull up. But they did say they were going to pull up.
For sure.
But I want to say I appreciate y'all coming through. Once again, thank you. Let the people know where they can find you at one more time because,
3600 Salem Road. Urban Blaze. You feel me? JB, Deebo. I got plenty of people there. I got plenty of barbers.
Pull up,
man. We good. You know what I'm saying? We doing man wigs. Y'all want that thing, man? Go look at our website. We on the website too.
Oh, for sure.
All right, so they got the website.
We sell this is TV. Yeah, we sell programs too, man, for you. Fire stick.
I will say y'all are the most versatile barbershop that I've seen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man,
and there's one thing I'm gonna let the people know about Urban Blaze. they support a lot of entrepreneur businesses.
Yes.
Yeah. Pull up.
Yes.
So when they say pull up, you never know. You're going to get a good plate. You might get a good dessert.
Right.
You never know what you're going to get when you come to Urban Blaze. But one thing's for sure, when you do come in there, you're going to get a fly ass cut.
Yes.
I know that for sure.
Man, you know it.
Man.
All right. Once again, y'all, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. This is your boy Griff with another episode of Let Me Shoot My Shot. Chopping it up with Deebo, JB from Urban Blaze Barbershop. Check them out, 3600 Salem Road, right across, well, right next door to the Kroger. But I'm out. Peace.